Hello everyone, this is Nikki with Day Trip Diva, and today I'm going to talk about something that is rather important. And it proves a point from another video I had did, a previous video where I was talking about why I travel solo. Well, the point I made in there, this one's going to be different. It's actually another point that I wanted to make about it. So, over the weekend after the weekend that just passed, before then, um, that particular travel trip actually uh, put in stone the point I'm going to make in this video. So, and it hinders back to why I travel solo. So, this video is basically about discipline and traveling, right? So, I believe that discipline in traveling is very, very important. Now, I know on social media, they have this thing going around, anywhere you look with traveling and stuff, quotes on Pinterest and things like that. They talk about, oh, sorry, where they talk about how you shouldn't wait for people to travel, or else you'll be waiting your whole life. Well, the second point to that is taking people who, or going on trips with people who lack a sense of discipline and accountability, right? So, getting into this, I'll give you a little story first. So, my sister and I went to Tampa to see a family member. And so I had this rental car booked up 2 weeks prior. And I had it set that we were going to check in at 6 a.m. Everything was cool. Everything was good. Everything was cool. She was down with it. All right, let's go. And then like 2 days before, she's starting to doubt the time we check in. I'm like, well, it's already been set in stone. It was 2 weeks prior, so I'm pretty sure the person who has the car, this is what he's expecting, like let's not shift anything. And so she has kids, of course, and she was just going on and on about how the kids may need to sleep and it's too early and yada yada yada. And I was like, well, that's they got plenty of time to sleep. We have a 3-hour drive. They can sleep in the car. Like, what's the problem? We just need to be there on time to check in. Let's get the car, and I'm very passionate about being on time. I'm on time on jobs, interviews, even family events. I am on time to everything. If I'm running late, there's an issue, right? So this is like a natural thing for me to be on time. So when I'm starting to run late, or when I see that there's going to be an issue with me running late, I have like these little stress moments. And then other people don't really possess those sorts of things. They just, oh, okay, well, let's just wing it, whatever, it's life. And that may work for some things in life, and letting your hair down, of course, but it doesn't work for everything. When you are dealing when traveling, airlines aren't going to wait for you. They don't care about the fact that you haven't had your cup of coffee yet. They don't care that your kids haven't had enough sleep, yada yada yada. They don't care about all of that. If you're not at that gate when it's time to leave, it's done. They don't care that you didn't make it on time to get your luggage checked in and all this kind of stuff. They don't have time to wait for you, because there's other people on that plane that's got to be somewhere, and they were on time. They had the discipline to be on time, and the airline is expecting you to be on time. So then comes the day where me and my sister, it's time to check in. Of course, I had set my alarm clock ahead of time because, normally, it's hard for me to wake up. I'm not a morning person, so it's hard for me to wake up at like 4 in the morning. So I have to set an alarm. It's the only way I'm getting up, or else I'm sleeping straight through. And so I expected, my sister, a parent, would know about setting alarms, getting up, that sort of thing, more so because she's a parent. Well, here we go. I'm texting and I'm like, hey, you need to come pick me up. We need to go get the car. Because that was the plan. She was supposed to come pick me up and we would go get the car. I would drive the rental back to where she stays, and then we would transfer everything into the rental and we would leave, get on the road before all this traffic starts building up. And nope, didn't work. I'm texting, and now it's 20 minutes till, well, it's 30 minutes till time to check in. And, you know, my phone's going off saying, hey, you got X amount of time to check in. Please don't be late, or else you will be hit with late check-in fees. So she's not answering. I'm calling, I'm texting. She's got 2 phones. I called both phones. I texted both phones. I'm like, I gotta go check this car in. So now here we go. I had to get in my car, drive all the way to where the rental was, check the rental in, drive all the way back in my car, and then wait for her to come pick me up. So I check the car in, I come back, and I'm like, okay, whatever, it's done. Let's just get on the road. Nope, hour later, she pulls up, and she's got the kids in the back and everything, and I'm thinking, okay, good. Well, shoot, now we can get on the road. We can get to it. Now, we're supposed to already be on the road because it's a 3-hour drive. So, yeah, so, you know, and then she tells me, yeah, well, we're gonna go to the gas station and get some breakfast. Can we get that on the road? I mean, we're supposed to already be on the road. Like, now you're throwing off the entire thing here. We're getting on the road late, which means we're not going to have much of a day out. We're going to spend more time driving than anything. And so, anyways, we drive, and of course, we go on a road where it's a lot slower to get to Tampa. So it ends up taking us almost 5 hours for a 3-hour drive to Tampa. And then we ended up almost coming back late, but I think that was on both our parts. I fell asleep. Sorry. Didn't set an alarm. Discipline. But what is the moral of the story is discipline, right? So my sister soon realized that, yes, it requires discipline after her little fiasco she had last weekend. I got her a rental, and I told her everything that's going to happen. She needs to, you know, keep up with the times. You need to get there, check in, and you have to make sure you check out at the right time because they can charge you for that too. And that blew up because her check-in time was 11:30 at night. Not the best idea because you didn't leave a cushion. You left yourself a 30-minute cushion. Anything happens within those 30 minutes, when it gets to midnight, you're being charged for another day through the rental place. So why would you choose 11:30 as your check-in time? Anything can happen. This is more of these things you have to think about when traveling. Now, I could make 1,000 other videos, which I will, about what these other things are, but most importantly, discipline has to be primary to traveling. Yes, there is time to let your hair down and wing it and have fun and be fun, you know, and lay back and relax. There's plenty of time for that. But when it comes to businesses, I guess, like airlines and rental companies and, you know, whatever else, hotels, things like that, all this stuff is ran on a time schedule because you're not the only person using these services, and these services work, you know, interchangeably. And so discipline requires it that you stay on top of the schedule and the itinerary you were given. That way you're not clashing and messing up someone else's. Now, somebody else could have booked that rental car right at midnight. You're getting there late, pushes back their plans because now they still have to wait for this car to get back in. This is kind of all, you know, it's not about you. It's about everybody staying on time. And the same thing with you. What if somebody before you just didn't care or whatever? Oh, we're going to be late, whatever, it's fine. And now you're supposed to be checking in 30 minutes and they're still an hour out, you know, or 2 hours out, and they're not caring about the late checkouts, you know, and now your plans are about to get ruined because of X, Y, and Z. So see, it's a domino effect. But most importantly, discipline is important when traveling. It just is. Now, discipline has to be I guess it depends on what level of discipline you have in your life. If you have those same traits in other parts of your life where you're paying your bills on time, or you're keeping up with things that are going on in your life, your bills, your job, your relationships, and things like that. If you have the discipline to follow those through and do what needs to be done, then something like travel could never be hard for you, because it's that instant, I know what to do, I know how to organize this, I know how to be on time, I know how to do this. And I would prefer to travel with people who are like-minded, but this is family, so I guess you have to work with what you got. As long as there's one person staying on top of everything, then it's good. So she did say to me that I'm going to get it right next time. I'm going to make sure to set my alarms, and I'm going to do better when I book my car next time. Yes, because the consequences she went through, the chaos she went through trying to avoid these late check-in fees, late checkout fees, she had to learn. You know, we all have a first time doing stuff, we all learn things, and now she knows that when somebody says you have to do something, you have to do it. You have to stay according to the plan. You can play later. But yes, most importantly, discipline, people. Find that person in your travel group who is completely disciplined. Find a couple of them. Don't just leave it all to one person, because it is so stressful when you are the only disciplined person and everybody else is just, oh, whatever, somebody else is taking care of it. I don't care. I can let my hair down, do what I want. No, everybody needs to be on one page, or bye-bye. No travel with me. So yes, thank you guys for watching my video. Make sure to be disciplined, or find somebody who is disciplined in travel. And remember, your adventure is what you make it. Thanks for watching Day Trip Diva. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, please. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thanks.